May I help you?
Yes, we would like to speak to Dr. Striker, please.
What can I do for you?
You told us that we could come back this morning to speak to Mr. Delancey.
How's he doing? He's in no condition to be interrogated.
I have a court order, Buzz. Would you like to see it?
No, that won't be necessary. You can have 5 minutes, no longer. Let's go, Jackie.
Thank you. Is this the man you saw at the liquor store?
Yeah, that's him.
He's waking up, look.
Mr. Delancey, do you feel up to answering a few questions?
You're that cop, aren't you? Leave me alone. I haven't done anything.
We're not accusing you of anything, so don't be frightened.
We just want some information, Mr. Delancey, that's all.
What kind of information?
We want to know about that chain that you had that you tried to trade in for some booze at the liquor store.
Chain? I don't know anything about it.
Really? You sure?
You see, my friend here says that he saw you in the liquor store, and I would appreciate it if you could remember.
Yeah, it was a silver chain, I think. It had a medallion on the end of it.
Where did you get it, Mr. Delancey?
That chain has given me nothing but trouble.
Someone give it to you?
I didn't steal it.
Where did you get it?
I found it in a trash can.
Where?
I can't remember.
Please try.
It was on the waterfront.
Where on the waterfront?
Can't tell you. I forgot.
It's extremely important that you remember, Mr. Delancey. Where on the waterfront?
When you found the chain, did you think it was stolen?
Why should I? It was in a trash can.
How long ago did you find it?
I can't remember. But I keep records.
What?
Records?
You keep records of what you find in the trash?
I sure do. It's a good thing. You people think I stole something? I can prove I didn't. It's in my record book.
Where is your book now?
It's in the drawer with my other valuables.
Do you mind if we take a look?
Go ahead. I keep track of everything I find, just in case somebody tries to say I stole something valuable.
I think that's a very good idea.
So do I. Perhaps you could show us.
Sure. Here it is. 3 days ago. You see, trash is picked up every Tuesday and Friday in my neighborhood. I try to get to the new trash before anybody else beats me to it.
But it doesn't say anything of where the trash can was, where you found the chain.
My mind's a blank.
Think this'll help?
Yeah, I think I do remember now. The trash can was right next door to the Donnelly warehouse, in front of that remodeled brownstone.
Thanks, honey.
Hello? Yes? All right, thank you very much. Delancey's story checks out. The garbage is collected from the brownstone every Tuesday morning.
So somebody threw the chain and the medallion away after the pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And it couldn't be Russell because he was
Because
dead.
Russell's dead.
Look, Anna,
Now, that chain killed Al Moody.
but that doesn't necessarily
Doesn't mean what, Frisco? That Russell isn't our killer?
You have to stop doing this to yourself, Anna.
How can I, when there's probably still a murderer alive and walking around the brownstone right
I
now?
know that for sure.
I've got to connect the silver chain and the medallion to the brownstone somehow.
You know that the medallion was tossed in the trash.
Yeah. After someone had chiseled off any identifying marks. That's it, Frisco.
What?
Look, if the murderer is still living in the brownstone, that person had to somehow shave off the initials somewhere in the house.
Before tossing the medallion away.
Exactly. Now, that person probably felt safe after I shot and killed Russell.
Well, hell yes, the heat was off.
And the killer got careless.
Maybe. Now, look, this mustn't go anywhere outside of this room, okay?
Well, what about everybody at the brownstone?
No one must be told anything of this. If the murderer is still at the brownstone, he probably has a false feeling of being safe. Now, I don't want anything to jeopardize that feeling of safety, not while we're trying to find the silver shavings. I don't want another murder on my conscience. I want you two to tell me everything that went on at the brownstone last week.
Well, not much, except everybody's been preparing for the shower and the wedding. And
Yeah, everybody seems to be real wrapped up in the wedding.
So the wedding and the shower has kind of put everybody's mind off of the murders.
Absolutely. They all believe that Russell was the killer.
And everybody's very relieved.
Now, did anything happen on Tuesday, that sticks in your mind, anything you can remember?
Like what?
Well, I don't know, people coming and going at odd hours. Any noises that you didn't recognize?
I know this doesn't have anything to do with the chain, but we heard some strange noises that night.
What sort of noises?
It was mice sounds. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. The other night we heard some scraping, sort of scratching noise. And then I heard something out in the hall, too.
We went out to see what it was, and there was a loose board on the stairs, and there was a hole underneath the board.
Was there anything in the hole?
No, it was empty.
What did you do then?
Well, then we went down to the basement to get a hammer and nails, and he nailed it shut.
So you think that these noises were mice?
Well, I can't think of anything else that would make that sort of noise.
It was like a screeching, squeaking sound, like mice.
Yeah, and you heard some scraping, too.
Yeah, it sounded like their little claws were scratching on a post or something metal or something.
What are you thinking?
Well, look, somebody obviously went to a great deal of trouble to remove whatever was inscribed on this medallion. It's possible that it was someone's initials.
What about the lab report? Did that prove positive on initials?
No, nothing, just some meaningless marks. But they did, however, confirm that there had been an inscription chiseled away from this.
Do you think that's the scraping sound we might have heard?
I don't know. It's possible. Now, where do you think you heard these coming from?
Well, we heard them coming from the heating vents, so we thought the mice were in the basement.
Come on, you guys. You gotta keep the noise down.
Come on, he's gonna be bringing Terry here any minute now.
Well, then we should hide so we can all yell surprise.
Yes, I'll turn the music down.
Frisco, I want you to cover for me when I go downstairs to the basement.
You want me to go with you?
No, you stay up here with the party. I'll make a sign when I want to go, okay?
All right.
There's no reason for anybody to be in the basement during the party.
We just have to make sure she doesn't get caught down there.
Ruby, I don't think I've ever really thanked you properly for playing guardian angel to Mike.
Oh, there's no need to. He's no trouble.
But he still hasn't said anything about coming home.
I'm afraid not.
Rick tells me he had quite a run-in with Derek and Mike the other day. And Derek?
Yes, it was. And I have never seen Rick so angry in my entire life.
Yeah, we're all pretty mad these days. But the point is, Mike lied about school being closed, skipped deliberately to avoid Pop on Sunday.
I know.
Hey, come on! This is supposed to be a party.
Here, sorry, asking about Mike.
Oh, don't worry about Mike. He'll come around. He loves you both very much.
Here.
Hey, quiet, everybody. Hey, everybody, quiet. I think they're coming.
You do? turn out the lights. Hi. Great, I love surprises.
Hey, over here.
You sure you're not going to get in trouble for spending so long at lunch?
I told you I'm not doing the hospital
I don't understand. Why did you just stay so long there?
You having a good time?
Yes.
I thought so. Keeping her the floating rib.
Oh, poor Kevin, I kept wanting to leave it so he wouldn't spend his life savings on the dessert. Oh, Kevin, you did wonderfully.
We've been ready for half an hour. Now, this is a thirsty group. I want to tell you, it's the second bowl, and there's another one already. Everybody grab a glass. I propose a toast. Hey, Terry.
Is punch okay?
Just punch.
Just checking. Okay.
Okay, I propose a toast to my brother and his bride-to-be. May you have many years of happiness. And welcome to the family, Terry.
Thank you.
Yeah!
All of you, thank you. This is really wonderful.
It's a wonderful day for both of us. No more thinking about the past, no more dark clouds. Just a beautiful future. Together. Forever.
Terry, look at all the presents.
Look at that.
Oh, hey, well, before you dig into all your loot, I want to give you mine first. Happy honeymoon, bro.
What is it?
Open it and see.
I don't believe this. 2 tickets to the Caribbean?
Is it all right?
You knew?
Well, I didn't think you'd want me to pick your honeymoon spot.
Come on, 2 weeks of Caribbean fun.
I don't know what to say. How can you afford this, Patrick?
I can't. But I'm going to be receiving Uncle Earl's money, right? So I took out a loan against the estate.
This is too much.
Yeah, well, it's nothing. It's a great way of me sharing some of my money with you.
Thank you.
Terry, we'll open up all your presents.
I'm going to come back.